Good morning, kindergartners. Miss K is making a math video today to explain a little bit how to use our rekenrek, just so we can kind of refresh our brain about it. I also talked about in morning meeting, but I'd like to talk about it in this video, as well as show you how I'd like you to do this worksheet today. So you need your rekenrek. You need a writing tool. I'm going to use a blue pen to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing, as well as you need worksheet number 31. Okay, it's a part whole, we can see that. So worksheet number 31, a writing tool, a pencil is probably best for you guys, and then a rekenrek. And we know a pencil is good because in case we make mistakes, we can erase it. It's just a little hard for you guys to see what I'm doing. That's why I'm going to use a blue pen. Okay, so the first thing that we always need to do is we need to make sure we write our name at the top of the paper. So I'm going to do that right now. Miss K. And the date, I will show you guys. It is January 5th. It's a new month. So it's 01 and then 05. Perfect. Okay, so friends, we're going to be using our rekenrek as well as doing part whole, which we talked a lot about, which is when two numbers come together and they make that bigger number. Okay, we have the king. We talked all about this. If you don't remember, you're welcome to go watch my part whole video again to give you a little bit better of an idea. All right, friends. So first, we're going to have our silver beads pushed all the way over. We know that means that we're ready to begin and we're ready to pick a new number and to start. So first, we look at number 1, and we can see that it's showing us what our beads should look like. So we can see that we have 3 beads pushed over. So we're going to always start at the top like we do and push 3 beads over. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So friends, when we look at our rekenrek, we can see that we have made the number 3, okay? Because these are at rest, we're not using them. If they're pushed over, that means that we've used them. So so we have made the number 3, okay? So take your rekenrek and make the number 3. Perfect. All right, so since we've made the number 3, that is our whole number. So we need to write it right there, okay? So I'm gonna write the number 3. So that's my whole number. Now I need to make 3 into 2 smaller numbers. So you might know just in your brain how to make 3 into 2 smaller numbers, or what you can do is take these 2 little beads and you can kind of move them. You might move them like this, 2 beads over here and 1 bead over there. You might have 2 beads there and 1 bead there, but we can see that 3 can make 2 and 1, okay? 2 and 1, just like that, because Miss K saw that you could have 2 beads and then 1 more, and that makes 3. Okay, perfect. Let's go on to number 2. So I'm going to clear my rekenrek. Okay, now when I look at this, I can see all of their beads are pushed over. So it's at rest. I can see that they pushed over all of those gold beads, excuse me, not silver beads. They pushed over all their gold beads right there. See? Okay, so I'm gonna push them all over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So friends, what number did we get? How many beads did we push over? We pushed over 5. That's right. These are all at rest. We haven't touched them yet, so they're going to stay there. So our whole number that we have for today is the number 5. Okay. Now we need to see if we can make 5 into 2 smaller numbers. So you might just know it in your brain. But you can also use your rekenrek here. Look at these beads that you have and see if you can make them into 2 groups. Okay. I'm going to make mine. I'm just going to move them into 2 groups. I can see that I have 3 beads here and 2 beads here. I don't have to count that. I can subitize it. So I can see 3 beads here, 2 beads there. So I know that 5 can be made into 3 and 2. Okay, let's go on to another one. Please clear it, put it at rest. Perfect. All right, let's go on to number 3, friends. So with this one, we can see all the silver beads are pushed over at number 3. Push all my silver beads over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they have one of their silver beads pushed over. One. So friends, you can count, or maybe you just know what the number is that you just made. I'm going to count it just in case you're not completely sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've made the number 6 on our rekenrek. So that's our whole number. So now we need to make it into 2 parts. Okay, 2 smaller numbers. Remember that whole, he wants to be the king, he wants to be the biggest. So you might know to do it in your brain. If not, what you can do is take your rekenrek. I like to cover these because they're not, I haven't even touched them yet, and kind of only focus on these ones sometimes when I do this. So I need to make into 2 groups. So I'm just going to move it here. Whoop. I can see that I made groups 3 and 3. Those are my 2 groups. Okay. So I know that 3 and 3 make 6. Perfect. So friends, you're going to continue to do this worksheet. Now, if you're not sure how many beads to push over, if you're feeling a little confused, first step is always push it over to make it at rest so the silver is all the way over. You can just count the beads though, okay? You can count how many beads and make sure that they match. You can see if a grown-up needs to give you a little bit of extra help, but I think you guys have pretty strong math brains and we should be able to do this by ourselves. All right, friends, have a fantastic day. Thanks for working so hard. Bye, guys.